Next, we will discuss on the irrigation management, uh, transfer policies, and irrigation management activities and institutions. So, let me go for the definition of the irrigation systems. So, what is the irrigation systems? An irrigation system is the system of physical structures such as the dams, canals, gates, pumps, and others. So that can be capture the water from the natural sources and the distributed it to the farmers to use of the watering crop plants. Next, let me go for the irrigation management transfer. So it refers to the transfer of the management responsibilities of the irrigation systems. So that is from the government agency to the organizations like local bodies, governance and non-governance organizations. So IMT, that is irrigation management transfer, is the major concern in the number of the countries. So we'll go for the policies on the irrigation management transfer. Irrigation water management activities in the it is about the role of the irrigation in India in expanding the crop production, and the food production in India will become the major increasing depending upon the irrigation. Over 55% of the agricultural output is from the irrigated lands, and the productions from the rain fed areas is faced with the lack of the land for the expansion and the prevailing the risk of droughts. In the irrigation in India, the total geographical area of the land in India is 329 metric hectares. So that is exactly miles hectares. So square, which is 2.545 percentage of the global land area. The arable land, as per the Food and Agricultural Organization estimate, it is mm, 165 m hectares, which is the 50% of the total geographical area against the corresponding the global figures of 10.2 percentage. So that is Indian, possess the 4% of the total average annual rainfall in the rivers of the world. The as per the per capita water availability of the natural runoff is at least 1100 metric cube per year in according to estimation of 2000. So let me go for the water resources of the India. Geographical area is the 329 million hectares. Flood plus area, it is the 400 million hectares. Ultimate irrigation potential, that is 140 million hectares. The total cultivable land area, that is 184 hectares. Net irrigated area 50 million hectares. The natural runoff, that is the surface water as well as the groundwater, it is the 1869 cubic kilometers. So estimated the utilization of the surface water potential and groundwater resources is 690 cubic kilometers. So availability of the water resources for the irrigation, that is 432 cubic kilometers. Net utilization of the groundwater for the irrigation, that is 361 cubic kilometers. So irrigation for the planning commission, irrigation has to be give the first priority. So it has to be given first priority for the according to the commissions, and second and third, and the in the 5 years plan. The share of the expenditure was more than 25% during the 6th and 7th and 8th 5-year plans. During these plans, the irrigated area is increased to 2.4 million hectare per year. The maximum potential is estimated around 140 million hectares, which is the target for achievement by the year 2025. So the Planning Commission broadly classified the irrigation scheme into three types in the year 1978 and 79. The major irrigation projects and project which with cultivable command area of 10,000 hectares and above, the medium irrigation projects and projects with the cultivable command area of 2,000 hectares to 1,000 hectares, minor irrigation projects and projects with a cultivable command area of the less than 2,000 hectares. So irrigation planning commission is also says that it is also considered some of the in the added in the policies and the strategies that as considering the urgent need of the evolving the natural water policies, and the irrigation commission was has the recommended for the creation of the National Water Resources Council. This runs under the Prime Minister's supervisions. It deals about the problems and remedies of the irrigation work, such as the water conservation, water use, and the interbasin transfer of the water. So in let's see some of the states what their systems and what their problems are. In Haryana and Punjab, drainage and reclamation problems. In Madhya Pradesh, large scale sprinkles systems. In Maharashtra, drip irrigation system is being used. In Andhra Pradesh, watershed management, desilting tanks, construction of percolation tanks. In Tamil Nadu, since paddy requires a huge amount of water, it is results in a water logging and increasing in the salinity of the soil. Next, we will go for the irrigation management activities. In the irrigation management activities, water distributions. So water distribution, that is a capturing and distributing the water in an irrigation system. And second is the maintenance. So in maintenance, the repairing and maintaining the physical features of the structures of the irrigated systems. So that is the management, maintenance. Next is the resource mobilization. So in this, in the resources mobilization, it is the rising concern to the resources needed for the operation and the maintenance. So what are the conflict resolutions? The conflict resolutions and the users, among the users and the system management, the users over the users above the three irrigated items, irrigation management institutions including the rural and organizations concerned with these four activities.